I feel like I am super far away from you guys, but I guess it's not about me today. It's about the food. Hey everyone, it's Caitlin and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you all how to make a healthy version of the classic Shamrock shake. This video is actually a recipe collaboration with a few of my friends.
Jasmine and Chris made some creamy basil Alfredo pasta. Lisa made a brownie whip parfait. Faith made some Irish soda farls, and Emily made some chocolate mint brownies.
All the things they made sound absolutely amazing, so after you watch this video, you can go watch their recipe videos as well. So when I was brainstorming what I wanted to make for St. Patrick's Day, I thought, well, I don't really know how to make beer, let alone green beer, so what else reminds me of St. Patrick's Day? And I thought of the Shamrock shake. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, it's this limited edition mint and vanilla ice cream shake that McDonald's sells every year throughout the month of March that is colored with this very green pigment. I don't really know what it is. Do we want to know what it is? Speaking of mysterious ingredients, I feel like while the Shamrock shake may taste good, if we actually looked at the ingredients list and the nutrition facts, it may not be something that we want to put into our bodies every day. And especially for us vegans, it's not vegan, so we probably don't want to eat it ever. However, just because we are vegan or health conscious doesn't mean that we need to miss out on the deliciousness of the Shamrock shake, so that's what I'm going to be making here today. This recipe has quite a few secret ingredients in it, but all will be revealed shortly, and I promise this tastes amazing. I'm going to have the complete ingredient list and instructions linked below. I'm going to have the recipe typed up on my blog. For those of you who don't know, I started a recipe blog, so you can now bookmark and print out all of my recipes, as well as watching me make them here on YouTube. But anyways, self-promo aside, we're gonna make the recipe now. So the problem with vegans is that we always try to veganize things by using banana ice cream, and yes, I could make a Shamrock shake blending bananas with water, but it's gonna taste like minty bananas, and anyone who's eaten fruit right after they've brushed their teeth knows that that's not really a good combo. So today we're going to actually be using vegetables in order to make our smoothie creamy and thick like ice cream. Now I know there's a trend of only vegetable smoothies going around on Instagram, and I just want to say there is nothing wrong with putting fruit in your smoothie, but I was inspired by that to make this smoothie because vegetables, you really can't taste the ones I'm going to be using today. So it's just going to blend in, and all you're going to be able to taste is the peppermint, the vanilla, and the creaminess of our pseudo Shamrock shake. So for the frozen ingredients for this smoothie, we're actually going to be using frozen peas. We're going to be putting half a cup into our blender. And then we're also going to be using some frozen riced cauliflower. Now, you can buy packs of frozen riced cauliflower, but I'm not paying the extra money for someone else to chop up my cauliflower. So all I did was buy a cauliflower, whiz it up in my food processor until it was in tiny, tiny pieces, and then I just put that in a bag and put that in my freezer. So that's what I'm going to be using today. So you're just gonna put that in with your frozen peas. And then to make this smoothie creamy, we're going to be doing two things. First, we're going to be adding avocado. Now, a lot of people actually do add avocado to their smoothies, and it does make them creamy, and avocado doesn't really have that intense of a flavor, so it's masked pretty well. So we're just going to use our spoon to sort of scoop it out, and then plop it in. Now I'm using a fresh avocado, but you could also use a frozen one. Just know it's going to make your smoothie a lot thicker, and you might have to add more liquid. Okay, so we're done with all our vegetables, although technically an avocado is a fruit. And now we're just going to be adding 1 cup of plant-based milk to our smoothie in order to make it creamy. I'm choosing to use oat milk because 1, the carton is green, and I thought that was appropriate, and 2, oat milk is super, super creamy, and it's also naturally sweet. So I'm going to sweeten the smoothie after I add in this oat milk, a little more, but the oat milk is naturally sweet, so I don't need to add in a lot of extra sugar, even though the sugar that we're going to be adding is a whole form of sugar, and it's not that processed. Usually I spill. And then finally, to make our smoothie a little bit sweeter, we're going to be adding in some soaked medjool dates. Now, even though medjool dates are naturally sweet, I soaked them in some warm water for about 5 to 10 minutes just so they would become even softer. Now for this recipe, you can use anywhere between 1 and 3 medjool dates depending on how sweet you want your smoothie to be. I'm just gonna use 1 today because I actually find the oatmeal to be, I keep saying oatmeal. I'm just gonna use 1 today because I think that the oat milk is actually quite sweet, so I don't think I need very much. But if you're actually trying to mimic the Shamrock shake, you probably want to use 2 or 3. So I have my soaked date. I'm just gonna plop that in. And then finally, we could naturally sweeten our smoothie using fresh peppermint and fresh vanilla bean, but that's kind of expensive and it's not really gonna taste the same as a Shamrock shake, so we're just going to use peppermint extract and some vanilla extract. And we're going to be adding 1/4 of a teaspoon of each of these. And I would say be really, really careful not to add more peppermint extract to your smoothie because while it does taste good in small amounts, if you add too much, your smoothie's gonna start to taste like mouthwash. And nobody really wants mouthwash smoothie. But 1/4 of a teaspoon is like the perfect amount. Okay, so that was the hardest part, putting all the ingredients together. Now we're just going to blend this up and then our Shamrock shake will be ready. So as you can see, our smoothie is now naturally green and we didn't need to add any artificial food coloring to it at all, which I think is pretty cool. The power of plants, people. So now I have a cup here and I'm going to pour my Shamrock shake into the cup. How revolutionary. If you're feeling like really lazy though, you could just drink it right out of your blender. Okay, so update. The smoothie is still a little thick, so it's kind of like a very thick smoothie and it could be okay, but I'm just going to add a little bit of my date water to it. You could also add more plant milk just to smooth it out a little bit. So with any smoothie recipe, really just adjust it according to your taste preference. I would start with a cup of plant-based milk, but you could add in a little more water if you felt like you needed to. So now we're gonna actually pour this in to my glass. Oh my gosh, it made the perfect amount. I love that. Okay, so now we have our beautiful Shamrock shake and it smells like mint chocolate chip ice cream, I'm not even kidding. But McDonald's does make things a little bit more fancy, so for the purposes of this video, I'm gonna do that too. You could drink it like this if you wanted to, but I went to the store and I got some vegan whipped cream, actually made from rice, and this costs $5, so I'm definitely going to be using it. Also, McDonald's typically tops their smoothies with maraschino cherries, but I'm just gonna use a regular frozen cherry that I thought, because maraschino cherries aren't my favorite and I eat all the groceries I buy and I wasn't gonna buy a whole jar of maraschino cherries just to put one on top of a smoothie. So I'm sorry guys, please forgive me. So let's see how this works. Oh god. Oh yeah. And then I'm going to top it with a cherry and add in this super cool paper straw that I have. And there you have it. We have a Shamrock shake. Okay, so this video wouldn't be complete without a taste test, so hopefully the straw picks up liquid. I don't know. I feel kind of weird about paper straws. I swear guys, you cannot taste the vegetables in this at all. I know it sounds really strange and maybe it's just because I'm accustomed to vegetables, but I personally can't. And perfectly sweet, perfectly minty, got the nice vanilla hints in there too. This is definitely a home run in my opinion. If for some reason you don't like frozen peas, I will say you might be able to taste it a little. I don't really think you can, but just in case, you could just use a higher ratio of frozen cauliflower to peas, or you could even just do all frozen cauliflower and no frozen peas at all. Just know it's only going to be good from avocado, so it will probably be a little bit less green, but it's still going to taste good. Alright guys, that is it for this video. Be sure to check out my friends' recipe videos. I'm going to have them linked all in the description of this video for your viewing pleasure. I hope you guys all have an awesome St. Patrick's Day. Let me know any other St. Patrick's Day recipes that you like to make for yourself or your family. And if you're going to try out the Shamrock shake, I would love to see it. And if you post a picture on Instagram, be sure to tag me in that too, because I always love seeing your creations. Alright guys, I will see you in my next video. Talk to you later. Bye. I can't hit the camera because it's too far away.